Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have your deathless and pure faction for Primal Rift, level 500. Even though I did pure deathless, so I did pure faction deathless. So you can probably do it too. You might as well try it. But instead of doing that, just in case you don't want to do it that way, I did deathless with a normal team because I usually do that anyway, so it's not like I'm just doing it. Um, get to 500, I tried just my team I've been using, see if I can beat it, deathless, and I did. And then I made my pure faction team, and I beat it with that team as well, deathless. So I probably could have just went straight to pure faction when I got to 500, but I didn't. So I got deathless right here, and then I got pure faction for you after. This is the deathless team, and it worked. All I can tell y'all is what worked for me. And so if it worked for me, a guy that is 0 VIP, it could probably also work for you. I went with Phoenicia, and I kind of just started out with Phoenicia, like, I'm going to blow through, like, the first 200 levels or something, and then maybe switch to Zul'Goth. But it just kept working, it was still fast, it kept working, it was still fast, so I just kept using it, and by the time I was on, like, 400, all of a sudden, I was like, oh, well, I might as well just keep going. So that's what I did. So we have Phoenicia, Thrall, Dawnbringer, and Leprechaun. So you'll cast Leprechaun. That'll usually get up Thrall. You'll cast Thrall. That'll get up Phoenicia. And you just keep on casting Phoenicia. And sometimes you'll be like Phoenicia, Thrall, Phoenicia, Thrall, Phoenicia, Thrall. Sometimes you'll throw in the Dawnbringer. What I was doing towards the end was I was using Dawnbringer to finish stuff off. And I was using Phoenicia to do the damage, really. And then towards the end, you need some more barriers. Like, you're going to have potions. Horde level, and how many potions did I buy? I went to Horde level 155. That's where I always go. You might be able to do it on 133, 111. You can try it down there if you'd like, but I always go straight to 155. I figure, if I can beat it there, and I don't have to go any higher than that, it's just a nice, easy middle number that feels good. So I do 155 Horde level. It's a soft cap, so it's 111, 133, 155, 177, and it's like 200 or 201, something like that. Whenever the magic stat goes up by 2 and you get a potion at the same time, those are soft caps. So those are the ones I pick. I don't just pick those out of my butt. They're actual soft caps. But yeah, Phoenicia with a bunch of red on the board makes her hit harder, so make sure you're using like Sun Spear or something. And then you just either get up Thrall and cast it and get up Phoenicia and keep going Phoenicia, Thrall, or occasionally you'll throw that Dawnbringer in there to finish them off or to reapply your barrier, depending on how hard the battle is. Early on, you're just going to get up Phoenicia, cast it, you'll win. And a little bit deeper, you're going to get up Phoenicia, cast her, then, clean up with the Dawnbringer. And then even later, you're going to Phoenicia twice, clean up with the Dawnbringer. And then later than that, even, you're going to cast Phoenicia 3 times and reapply barrier with Dawnbringer, and then get her up again, cast her. I don't know. I don't think I ever had to cast her more than 3 or 4 times, but yeah. Switched to 3 Nishas too. I started with an Anu and 2 Nishas, and then I'd switch to 3 Nishas. It's just a Phoenicia team, basically. Sun Spear, Phoenicia, Dawnbringer cleanup, Dawnbringer to help with the reapplication of barriers. 2 mana generators, Thrall and Leprechaun. So that's the Deathless team. It worked out. As long as you keep that barrier on Phoenicia and just keep casting her, you should win, doing damage as quickly as possible. Here is the pure faction. I got it in 2 times speed. Not trying to hide anything. It's just really boring. This took forever, and it wasn't even hard. It was just annoying, and it's a slog. So it was not hard at all, but I got it on 2 times speed because the battle took me 26 minutes or something crazy. The final battle. This is just the final battle. Just the final battle took me 26 minutes. So could there be something else, a better combo out there? Maybe. Maybe, because this did take forever. But it worked. And that's what I'm here to tell y'all. What worked for me. And this is what worked for me. And we're here right now. November 18th, 2022. This isn't a video from, a year ago, like most anybody else's would be. This is a video from right now, November 18th, 2022, and this is what worked. proof on video. But my idea was like, the green golem will be my tank. It'll entangle the whole other team so I can't get hit back by skulls. And then I'll use the Alder Father to make skulls, and I'll whittle them down by, hitting them with skulls. One problem I ran into, though, is when you're facing, like, the first battle and the last battle, they have the same idea as you. They want to entangle you. They want to hit you with skulls. So that was kind of annoying. The first battle and the last battle was annoying because they're going to entangle you as well, and then your only damage is with skulls. And if they entangle your first slot, then you can't do anything, and you just got to kind of wait out the entangle. So I don't know, between like the skull damage not hitting very hard and everybody on their team having some sort of skull mitigation, between that and like them entangling me and no cleanse and no other way to deal damage except for skulls, like all of those three things combined made this very slow. But also, like, I was going to win no matter what. It was just a matter of time, right? I got two really big tanks that are gaining life every time they cast. They're entangling, so they're not going to hit me with skulls. And I'm gaining life, entangling them. Then Alder Father has a summon. So, and I have two Alder Fathers. So two gigantic tanks with like 50% skull mitigation that entangle and gain life. So they're really hard to kill. Two of them. Then I got two Alder Fathers which have summons. So if I happen to somehow lose that first, as you can see right now, he has 1,000 HP. Build him up to 1,000 HP. And if I happen to somehow lose him, I'm going to summon something else in there. And that second one should be up to 1,000 HP by the time that happens. So one piece of advice I'll give you here is definitely put on 3 Orpheus medals. That way, like right now, you can see my first slot is entangled. I can do nothing. When that happens, you can pretty much do nothing. All you can do is like try to build your life up to 1,000. Wait for yourself to get unentangled with your Orpheus medals, and nothing really. You can just sit there and like wait. Their little dryad there can't be entangled, so that was the most scariest part of the battles, was whenever I would knock down their first, which is the best. I love knocking out that first guy because then I won't get as entangled as much. I think it's the first troop there, the green golem. Every time he hits you with skulls, he entangles you, and every time he casts, he entangles you. So if you can get rid of that first one, you're pretty good. Alder Father's annoying as well. So you see the two that I'm telling you that are annoying. It is the green golem and the Alder Father. So who do we want on our team? Green golem and Alder Father, right? The dryad there, the one annoying thing about her is that she can't be entangled. So, but everything else about her, it's like, who cares? She just gives like a random skill to an ally or something, which is always going to be not what you want. So I don't want her on my team. I don't need mana generation. I don't need a random skill. I mean, I guess you could. I think you could do whatever here, really. You could do green golem, Alder Father, and then whatever else you want. I don't even think I used that fourth Alder Father, to be honest, and I don't think I used that second green golem. So if you want me to be completely honest here, you could do green golem, something Alder Father, and probably be fine. But this is what worked for me. We got the red thorn on the enemy team over there. It does splash damage based on entangled enemies. I just didn't think that would hit hard enough to be worth it. Like, I wanted to play it safe and make sure I won on my first try, which I did. So, Deathless, I won on my first try. Pure Faction, I won on my first try, and I didn't lose any troops. Doesn't get much better than that. So, if there's any other teams out there, which there should be, because I think you can win with whatever combination you want here almost. But all I can say is I didn't lose any troops, and I did it on my first try. So, you can try it the way I did it if you want. Just remember, it's gonna have to lock in for about 30 minutes because it's going to take forever. But learn from my mistakes, I guess. Put those Orpheus medals on early and often. Maybe you could put like 2 red thorns just because you don't really need anything else. Like if I had to redo this right now, if I was going to like go back through and try something else, I might try green golem, red thorn, Alder Father. Like I don't think you need anything else. I really don't. No mana generation. You don't really. It's not like you're racing them or anything. You're gonna survive. Never lost my first troop. Never lost my Alder Father. But then you could have like some splash damage, some spell damage there to do something when you're entangled. So yeah, at least one of those red thorns maybe. Because the only other 2 troops you could choose from are like the new troop, which just is like a troll. It's just going to do mana generation, nothing else. And then that dryad that like does a skill, random skill, and like I forget what else it does. I think it's also a mana generator maybe. But those 2 suck, so don't use those. That's what I could say here. Don't use the new troop. Don't use the dryad. Those 2 suck. You could do something with the dryad where you just cast it over and over and over and hope and pray that you get the right skill that you want. But I hate that. So, but I also hated this. I don't know. Yeah. What am I trying to say here? I did Purifaction and I did it on my first try and I didn't lose any troops. That's what I'm trying to say. But the battle here is almost over. He did summon a couple times. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Why Alderfather is annoying. Because he will summon a little bit. But the summons he brings in, you can kill him in 1 or 2 skull hits. They're not very powerful. So it wasn't a big deal. It's just adding on to an already long battle. So it was kind of annoying when he did it, but it was fine. We get this thing done. First try on Friday, by the way. So on top of everything else that I said, I'm probably on the leaderboard. I got it done on the first day. I did Deathless in my first try. And I did Pure on my first try, Deathless. So you can take my advice if you want, and I'm VIP 0. So you can take my advice if you want, or whatever. Do whatever you want. Whatever floats your boat. But yeah, that was that, and I'm just showing everything after the fact that I got it done. Level 500 right there. There's the team. There's the team code. Somebody told me that all you have to do, guys, screenshot it, and then you can sometimes copy-paste off a screenshot. So just do that. And you'll be fine. Or just screenshot it and look at it. That's what I used to do. I don't really need a team code. I've never inputted somebody else's team code in my life. I've looked at their troops and I just plug them in and bang, I'm done. It takes me like an extra second. But yeah, there I was just showing my faction renown is now 2,500. My overall is getting close to that next stat, but not quite there yet. Then I like to look at all the rewards. I got all the dire roses. So now I got another pet for a kingdom that I guess I didn't need because I didn't get a star. I was hoping I would get a star. That's usually what I'm hoping when I get these factions to level 500 and max renown. I'm usually hoping I get like a star on a kingdom, but it didn't happen, so that sucks. But yeah, there's my rose fully folied, and yeah, that's what I did. Would I advise you to do the same? I mean, it worked for me, so it's up to you. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below. Ding dong the bell. And I'll see y'all next time. Let me know in the comments if you ding dong the bell. No one's done that yet. Peace.